Dear Scorpio, magnetic and transformative soul, today the universe weaves a powerful twist in your story. Someone who left, someone who chose other paths, someone who underestimated the treasure you represent. That person is returning, but not in the same way they left. They return transformed by the absence, humbled by their own choices, aware of the monumental mistake they made in leaving you behind. And do you know what's absolutely magical at this moment? The power is no longer in that person's hands. You are no longer the one waiting, pleading, or diminishing yourself. Now, you are in control. You hold the reins of destiny in this relationship. You choose the next chapter. And that, my dear Scorpio, is cosmic justice in its purest and most poetic form. Arota de karma gira. You know the law of karma well, don't you? You've always known, even in the most painful moments, that the universe has its own way of balancing things. Every action generates a consequence. Every choice creates a destiny. And today, that person who hurt you, who abandoned you, who didn't recognize your worth, they are reaping exactly what they sowed. The universe doesn't punish, it only teaches. And sometimes, the greatest lesson comes through loss. This person needed to lose you to understand what they had. They needed to wander around trying to find in others what only you could offer. They needed to experience the aridity of superficial connections to recognize the depth of what you shared. They needed to fall, break, shatter, to finally wake up. And now she returns. Not arrogantly, but humbly. Not demanding, but begging. Not confident, but vulnerable. Life brought her to her knees, and she finally understands that what she had with you was rare, precious, irreplaceable. The power of your transformation. But here's the magical twist to this story, Scorpio. You are no longer the same person she left behind. While she was away, you underwent a profound metamorphosis. You cried, yes. You suffered, undoubtedly. You questioned your worth, probably. But then, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you rose stronger, wiser, more powerful than ever. You did the inner work. You healed your wounds. You rebuilt your self-esteem. You rediscovered your brilliance. You realized you don't need crumbs of affection from those who don't value you. You learned that your love is a gift, not an obligation. You understood that you are the prize, not the option. And this transformation changed everything. You're no longer waiting for that person. You're no longer defining your happiness by their presence. You've built a life, an identity, a peace that doesn't depend on anyone else. And that's exactly what makes that person want to come back so desperately. They realize you shine even brighter without them, and that haunts them. The vulnerability of regret. When that person appears, and they will appear, whether through an unexpected message, a seemingly casual encounter, or through third parties, you will see something you've never seen before. Genuine vulnerability. The mask has fallen. The pride has been crushed. The false confidence has evaporated. What remains is a broken human being, confronting the magnitude of what they have lost. And this, Scorpio, can deeply affect you. Because despite all your strength and intensity, you have a compassionate heart. You understand pain. You know darkness. You know what it is to regret. And a part of you may want to embrace, forgive, give another chance. But here is the wisdom the universe wants you to access today. Compassion doesn't mean self-sacrifice. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Understanding another's pain doesn't mean taking on the responsibility of healing it. You can acknowledge that person's regret without necessarily reopening the doors you closed to protect yourself. The control is in your hands. This is the most liberating part of this whole situation. You are in control. Completely, totally, absolutely. You owe this person nothing. You don't need to justify your choices. You don't need to rush into making a decision. The power is in your hands, and you can use that power wisely, maturely, and with self-respect. If you decide to give it a second chance, it will be because you want to, not because you need to. It will be a conscious choice, not an automatic response. It will be based on real evidence of change, not empty promises. You will set the terms, define the boundaries, and build the foundations of a new dynamic, one where you are respected, valued, and prioritized. If you decide to move on without that person, that will also be a powerful choice. It will be an affirmation that some doors, once closed, don't need to be reopened. It will be an acknowledgement that the past is in the past, and your future lies in another direction. It will be an act of radical self-love, choosing your peace above any romantic longing. Questions you should ask yourself. The universe invites you today to delve into deep reflection before making any decisions. Here are some sacred questions that can illuminate your path. 1. What has truly changed? Regret is important, but real change is essential. Is this person just scared of being alone? Or have they truly done the inner work of transformation? Words are easy. Consistent actions over time are the real test. 2. Are you considering returning out of love or out of habit? Sometimes we confuse familiarity with destiny. Just because you know someone deeply doesn't mean they're the right person for the next chapter of your life. Be honest with yourself about your motivations. 3. Would your future self thank you for this decision? Imagine yourself a year from now. Looking back, what choice would make you feel proud? What decision would honor your growth and transformation? 4. Can you trust again? Trust, once broken, is extremely difficult to rebuild. Are you willing to do that hard work? And more importantly, does this person demonstrate a willingness to earn your trust again, step by step with patience and humility? 5. Does this person deserve the new you? You've evolved. You've grown. You've transformed. The current version of you has different needs, standards, and expectations. Can this person meet you at this new level? Or do they only want the comfort of the old version of who you were? Signs from the universe. Pay attention to the signs the cosmos is sending you today, Scorpio. The universe has a way of communicating through synchronicities, intuitions, and bodily sensations. If you feel tense, anxious, uncomfortable when you think about reconnecting with that person, that's a sign. Your body holds memories of pain that your mind sometimes tries to minimize. On the other hand, if you feel a genuine openness, a peace, a quiet curiosity about exploring this possibility, that's also a sign. But be careful not to confuse spiritual openness with emotional dependence. The difference lies in the quality of the energy. One comes from a place of completeness, the other from a place of lack. Also observe how this person approaches you. Are they taking full responsibility for their past actions? Are they specifically acknowledging how they hurt you? Are they offering concrete actions, not just nice words? Are they respecting your time and space? Or are they pushing for a quick resolution because they can't handle the uncertainty? The temptation of revenge, Scorpio. You are known for your capacity for revenge when hurt. And right now, with the power in your hands, it can be extremely tempting to make that person suffer as you suffered. It can be tempting to play games, to be cold, to make them taste rejection. But here is a profound spiritual truth. Revenge is poison you drink hoping the other person will die. When you act from a place of unhealed hurt, you perpetuate your own suffering. You remain trapped in the past, defined by pain, feeding energy into something that keeps you small. True power doesn't come from making others suffer. It comes from recognizing that you no longer need that person's validation, excuses, or pain to move forward. It comes from choosing from a place of integrity, not hurt. It comes from acting according to your highest values, not your lowest impulses. This doesn't mean being passive or letting yourself be mistreated. It means choosing responses that uplift you, not diminish you. It means setting firm boundaries with dignity. It means saying no when necessary, but doing so with inner peace, not with poison in your heart. The forgiveness that sets you free. There is an important spiritual concept that the universe wants you to understand today. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about you. Forgiving doesn't mean saying it's okay or what you did doesn't matter. It means releasing the emotional weight you carry because of that person's actions. You can forgive and still choose not to have that person in your life. You can forgive and still maintain firm boundaries. You can forgive and still recognize that some relationships are toxic and should not be reactivated. Forgiveness is an internal act of liberation, not necessarily an invitation for external reconciliation. When you truly forgive, you reclaim the energy that was trapped in resentment. You free yourself from the prison of the past. You open space in your heart for new experiences, new people, new loves. And paradoxically, it is often when you truly let go of someone that they most desperately want to come back because they feel the energetic shift, the release. Possible scenarios and how to navigate scenario 1. You decide to give it a second chance. If, after deep reflection and consultation with your wisest intuition, you decide to explore the possibility of reconnection, do so with your eyes wide open and your heart protected. Establish clear boundaries from the beginning. Communicate your needs without apologizing. Demand consistency, not grand, one-off gestures. Give it time. Rebuilding trust is a slow and deliberate process. Observe the actions, not just the words. Anyone can say, "I've changed," or "I'm sorry." But real change is demonstrated through consistent behavior over weeks and months. Is this person truly in therapy? Are they working through their problems? Are they respecting their boundaries? Are they showing, day after day, that they truly understand what they've lost? And more importantly, are you feeling safe, valued, respected? Or are you constantly on high alert, waiting for the next disappointment? A healthy relationship shouldn't feel like a minefield. You deserve peace, not constant drama. Scenario 2. You decide to move on. If your inner wisdom tells you that reopening that door doesn't serve your highest good, honor that truth with courage and clarity. You don't need to be cruel, but you do need to be firm. Simple, direct, and compassionate communication could be, "I acknowledge your regret and wish you the best on your journey, but I choose to move forward. Please respect my decision." Don't leave room for ambiguity if your decision is clear. Scorpio, you can sometimes keep people in limbo because of your cautious nature and because you like to keep options open. But that's not fair to you or the other person. If you really don't want to reconnect, make that clear and move on completely. And when you close that door, seal it energetically. Perform a release ritual. Write a letter that will never be sent, expressing everything you need to say, and then burn it, releasing the energy. Cleanse your energetic space of any residual attachment. Cut the etheric cords that still bind you. Scenario 3. You still don't know. And it's absolutely okay not to know immediately. You don't owe anyone an instant answer. This is an important decision that deserves time, reflection, and consultation with your inner wisdom. Say this: "I need time to process this. I'll give you an answer when I'm ready." During this time, immerse yourself in practices that connect you with your deepest intuition. Meditate, journal, talk to wise people who know you well. But be careful. Don't ask for opinions from people who will project their own wounds and fears onto your situation. Seek advice from those who have peace, wisdom, and your best intentions at heart. And trust that at the right time, clarity will come. The universe always reveals the next step when you are truly ready to receive it. Don't rush the process. Sit with the uncertainty. Sometimes, not knowing is an essential part of the journey. The new love that awaits you. Regardless of what you decide about this person who returns, the universe wants you to know. Incredible love stories are still being written for you. Whether it's with this person in a completely transformed version of the relationship, with someone new who will enter your life, or in the deep and fulfilling love relationship you are building with yourself, you are not destined to live on crumbs. You are not condemned to settle. You deserve a love that celebrates you, not a love that tolerates you. You deserve someone who consistently chooses you, not just when they realize losing you hurts. You deserve a partnership where you are a priority, not an option, and that's exactly what's coming your way. The universe is arranging divine encounters, connecting soulmates, preparing loves that will make everything make sense. Loves that flow, that nourish, that uplift. Loves where you don't need to constantly question whether it's enough because the answer is obvious in the way they treat you. Your personal power amplified. This situation, however emotionally challenging it may be, is offering you a precious gift, the opportunity to fully reclaim your personal power. How many times in your life have you felt powerless, at the mercy of others' choices, waiting for someone to choose you? Today, you are the one who chooses. You are the one who decides. You are the one who determines what works and what doesn't in your life. This is a moment of spiritual initiation. You are being tested by the universe. Will you choose from your highest self or your wounded self? Will you act based on fear or self-love? Will you repeat old patterns or create new paths? And the answer doesn't need to be perfect. There's no right or wrong choice here. There's only the choice that best aligns you with your current truth, your values, and the life you want to build. And any choice made from that place of integrity will be supported by the universe. Lessons from absence. The person returning has learned hard lessons through your absence. They've learned that you're irreplaceable, that the neighbor's grass may seem greener but rarely is, that deep connections are rare and precious, that some people are unique and irreplaceable. But you also learned crucial lessons through this absence. You learned that you can survive without this person, that you are stronger than you imagined, that your happiness depends on no one but yourself, that you can rise from the most devastating ashes and fly again. These lessons should not be wasted. They were bought with tears, sleepless nights, and deep pain. Honor them by remembering them in every decision you make from now on. Don't let nostalgia make you forget what you learned about your own worth, strength, and ability. The energy of Pluto and Mars. Your ruling planets, Pluto and Mars, are in a powerful configuration in the skies today. Pluto brings the energy of profound transformation, death, and rebirth, appropriate for this situation of endings and potential new beginnings. Mars brings courage, assertiveness, willpower, exactly what you need to set clear boundaries and defend your needs. This planetary combination gives you superpowers today, Scorpio. You have access to deep reserves of inner strength. You can see through lies and manipulations. You can transform situations of apparent weakness into displays of absolute power. Use this energy wisely, but beware of excessive intensity. Mars can make you combative, and Pluto can make you obsessive. Balance these intense energies with the gentleness of Venus, which is also sending you vibrations of self-love and self-worth. Be strong but not cruel. Be firm but not rigid. Be powerful but not domineering. Spiritual practices for clarity. The universe suggests some practices to help you navigate this situation wisely. Heart meditation. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and bring your attention to the center of your chest. Ask your heart, what do you truly need right now? Don't answer with your mind. Wait for the answer that comes from a deeper place. It may come as a feeling, an image, a sensation. Trust it. Automatic writing. Grab a pen and paper. Write down the question, what is my truth about this situation? Then write non-stop for 10 minutes, without censoring, without judging. Let the words flow. You might be surprised by the wisdom that emerges from your subconscious. Visualizing the future. Close your eyes and visualize two different futures. In the first, you give this person another chance. How do you feel a year from now? Are you at peace? Happy? Secure? In the second, you move on without them. How do you feel in this scenario? Which future brings you a greater sense of expansion and genuine joy? Cleansing bath. Prepare a bath with coarse salt, 3 drops of rosemary essential oil, and white rose petals if possible. While bathing, visualize all confusion, all residual pain, all toxic energy being washed away and drained. You emerge clean, clear, centered in your own power. Decision ritual. When you are ready to decide, light a white candle. Write your decision down on a piece of paper with clarity and intention. Read it aloud 3 times, energetically sealing your choice. Thank the universe for guiding you and trust that you are being supported on your path. Messages from your guides. Your spirit guides are close today, whispering wisdom in your inner ear. Their message is clear. You are not alone in this decision. We are here, supporting you, loving you, guiding you. There is no wrong choice when it comes from a place of authenticity. Trust yourself. You know, deep down, what is best for you. Listen to that voice. It will never deceive you. They also want you to know, this situation, however difficult it may be, is a gift. It's an opportunity to demonstrate to yourself how much you've grown. It's a chance to make different choices than you would have in the past. It's a test that you are absolutely prepared to pass. And regardless of what you decide, your guides will be by your side, illuminating your path, bringing opportunities, opening doors, connecting you with people and experiences that serve your highest good. You are being cared for. You are being guided. You are being loved by the universe in ways your human mind can barely comprehend. The power of saying, no. One of the most liberating lessons the universe wants to teach you today is this. It's not a complete sentence. You don't need to justify, over-explain, or apologize for your choices. If you decide you don't want to reconnect with that person, a simple and firm no is enough. For a long time, you may have believed that saying no would make you seem harsh, insensitive, or cruel. But the spiritual truth is, clear boundaries are an act of love, self-love, and even love for the other person. When you say no to what doesn't serve you, you say yes to what does. When you refuse what diminishes you, you make room for what elevates you. Saying no to that person might be exactly what they need for their own growth. Sometimes the greatest lesson we can teach someone is that actions have consequences, that not everything can be undone with apologies, that some doors, once closed, don't open again. This isn't cruelty, it's an essential life lesson. The beauty of your evolution. Pause for a moment and acknowledge how far you've come, Scorpio. You survived what seemed impossible to survive. You rose again when it seemed impossible to get up. You found strength in depths of yourself you didn't know existed. You transformed, evolved, ascended to a new version of yourself. This person who returns repentant doesn't know this new version of you. They know who you were before the pain, before the transformation, before the healing, and perhaps they aren't ready or equipped to relate to who you are now. And that's perfectly fine. Not everyone is destined to be a part of every chapter of your life. You are a constantly evolving masterpiece. Every experience, every pain, every victory has sculpted you into who you are today. And who you are today is magnificent, powerful, wise, compassionate, strong. Never diminish that version of yourself to accommodate someone who only knows your past self. The future awaits you. Beyond this situation, beyond this decision, beyond this moment, a bright future awaits you. A future where you are surrounded by people who see you, value you, celebrate you. A future where your love is reciprocated, deep and stable. A future where you don't constantly question whether you are enough, because you know you are more than enough. This moment is just a point in your journey, not the final destination. Whatever your decision, it will take you where you need to be. The universe is always conspiring in your favor. Every experience, even the most painful, prepares you for something bigger, better, more aligned with your soul's purpose. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, with the exact power you need to have, to create the next chapter of your story. And that next chapter, my dear Scorpio, will be glorious. Final message. You are the prize, precious Scorpio. Never forget this fundamental truth. You are the prize. Not that person who returns repentant. Not just anyone who will have the privilege of being in your life. You. Your deep and transformative love. Your fierce loyalty. Your ability to see beauty in the shadows. Your magnetic strength. That is the prize. Anyone who has the honor of receiving your love, your attention, your time, that person has won the cosmic lottery. And if someone doesn't recognize that, if someone squanders that gift, if someone underestimates the treasure you represent, that's their fault, not yours. The power is in your hands. Use it wisely. Use it with love. Use it with respect for yourself and for the sacred journey you are on. You don't need external validation to know your worth. You don't need anyone to come back repentant to prove that you are lovable. You have always been lovable. You have always been enough. You have always been powerful. And now, more than ever, you know this. The universe embraces you with infinite love and reminds you, you deserve all the good things that are coming your way. Every bit of joy, every moment of peace, every experience of true love. This is your birthright. Claim it. With all the light, love, and power of the cosmos, may you choose wisely. Act with integrity. And always, always honor the magnificent journey of transformation that is your life. The control is in your hands. Use it wisely.